Здравейте на всички, аз съм Хънтър. Добре дошли в 97-ми епизод на Pathfinder рата в Здравейте с поредичката ми. Така, продължаваме, където бяхме вижте какво става тук, бе. Ма те направо идват за нас, бе, бат. Така, добре, че си оставих втората армия. Чакайте малко. Така, първата е тук, втората. Имаме войници. Само трябва да ги пребием тия. Тия са опасни, обаче. Трябва да отиваме да защитиме нашето градченце. Добре. Екстра. Тия даже не ги бях видял до сега, Вижте как се прошмугват тук през тия фортове. Трябва да ги унищожим тия фортове по някакво време. Още обаче не можем да ходим на там поради някаква причина. Но нищо за сега. Тук има някакви войници. И така. В общи линии е време да влизаме в Old Circorian Mines, до където бяхме стигнали и миналия път, за да видим къде са аджиба, тук изчезналите скаути на нашия приятел войничарата, който му забравих името, затова ще остане войничарата. Опа, тук обаче... Добре. Така. Дайте направо да всъщност да си раздадем някакви бъфове. Тия ръкавици и обаче така ни дадоха лайтинг, че направо се кефа. Така. Ще си дадем едно и на другия демидж дилър. Ей, аз какво направих, бе? Тук дали има сейф сега? Имаме аутосейф. Че си изхъбих единия грейтър хероизъм. Не знам защо, но мислех, че нещо съм се бъгнал явно. Мислех, че съм го дал на Реджил, обаче нещо не стана така. Така, а не искам да похабяваме бъфове. Тук, чакай сега. Какво се случва тук въобще? Аз искам тя да даде грейтър хероизъм на нея. Така и на нея. А то може да съм го направил правилно, ама да ми се стори, че не съм го направил правилно. Нищо, как ти да. Тук сега обаче имаме някакви много тежки магии с тия лайтинги. Chains of Light. Право ще се пръснем. Добре. Какво още имаме? Да. Сосиел трябва да получи това. Тук с милодонци ли имаме работа? Трябва да внимаваме с милодонците, защото те са много яки типове, байле. Какво ще имахме като бъфове? Ай ще си дадем един... Така. И нашия човек, селката ще ни бъфне с стрейнт. Сега, нещо друго да слагаме за момента или мислиме така, че е достатъчно, май? Е достатъчно. Па ще сложим нещо Against Fear. За всеки случай, така да сме. Още по-бъфнати. Мисля, че вече е време да тръгваме да разбиваме каквото има. Да. Това нещо. Competence Bonus, 1 минута на лево. 13 минути. Айде, това ще си бъде само. Само да не го забравя следващия път. Защото има магиостика да го види това. The dead man's uniform bears an insignia of the Blackstone Company, a group of Andorran mercenaries. Окей. Значи тук са тези нашите хора. Явно. Обаче тук трябва да се внимава. Аз намерих някакъв друг изход от картата. Тук има някакви руини. Добре. Знаете ли какво ще стане сега? Сега ще имаме да биеме тогава с милодонеца. Защото тук е сградата, значи на самния пътя. И ние затова сега ще имаме да сцепиме с милодонеца от бой. Направо ще го пръснем. Така. И this. Някакъв смилодонски приятел тук ще... А той сам ли е, бе? Той ще е сам. Право ще го пръснаме това. Сме смуквам атаката. В всеки случай.
Begone, fiend!
Begone from my realm, insect.
I'll remove this obstacle.
О, има още някакъв. Plagued. О, те са доста, бе. Ама той отиде някъде трябва, брат. Как ме мелна? Направо пръскам, бат. Айде. О, този обаче е такъв неприятен тип. Ми се струва, не? Имунен е на Evil Eye. Е, това е, че не е хубаво.
Tяхна, guide my hand.
Той има и още някакви, така е? Една пъти. Майлата тук, смилодонци. Този е на никаква кръв, искам да го довърша задължително. Така, мерси. Къде е този другия сега? Той се задава отзад, аз трябва да го посрещна с някой. С Паулина. Тук дали има достатъчно хора, които да го смелят? Това има. Добре, отиваме с Конко тогава да помагаме. Този обаче трябва вече да го тупаме тук. Така. Мисля, ето този е по-опасният тук. Макар че сега ще го убия. Той ли е имунен на Evil? То може се окаже, че всичките бяха имунен на Evil и аз нищо не направих при хората. Ехе. Те се... Бате, къде отиде? И ти се изложи.
You should have listened to reason.
We shall overcome.
Ти стой тук.
Surrender or else.
Мале, тя могла да прави демидж, бе?
Retreat is not an option.
Сега го убиваме с стрелкинята. Никакви смилодонци тук няма да не са... Mighty Fist на плюс 4, брат ми. Това мисля, че е на коня, сега ще му дойде много добре. Чакайте да видим само. То тук навсякъде е някакво прецакано такова. Judging by the insignia, this man was a member of Blackstone Company, one of the many soldiers. Fortune. И какво? Това ли беше от квест? Не е това. Тук има някакъв персепшн. По средата. Добре, сега ще сейвнем тогава. Чакайте сега. Аз искам само да видя преди всичко останало. Конко. Имаше някакъв много як амулет. This amulet grants wearer plus 2 enchanting bonus on attack and damage rolls with unarmed and natural weapons. А това също ще ми даде плюс 4, така ли? Oh yeah! Конко стана машина за масово изтребление на лоши. А този бабаит можем ли да го екипираме с нещо? В принцип е Summoned Unit, не би трябвало да... Мога и него да го екипирам ли? Не би трябвало. Той пръстен не може. Мога сложа амулет. Бре! И какво са? Гледай бе, ти неща му славата. Стига бе. 36 армор клас. Е така от нищото. Аз по-време му сложа е това. И той ще стане машинка. Декстеритето, що е толкова малко? Адър, -2. Какво е това? Адър. Какво му е станало? Защо има -2 декстерити? Не, Power Attack не може да смъква декстерити. Нещо не е тук както трябва. Нещо, което не разбирам. Липсва тук. Може би на нашия клон няма да е лошо да му сложим. Така. Някакъв Power Attack. Сейвнах ли аз? Нищо сега ще сейвна. Тук сменихме някакви неща. Добре, това ако са умре или нещо стане с него и го съмънна, тия артефакти, какво става с тях? Губят ли се? Защото ако се губят, това са парички, които...
I'm glad I was useful to you.
This warrior was slain, presumably by a mage, who attacked him with sword strikes and a barrage of spells. Как разбрахме, че е магиосни, бе? Заради баража of spells ли? Интересно. Не разбрах това как го разбрахме. Как ти да е? Сам имам. Hello, judging by the little dust there is on the stone fractures. Judging by how little dust there is on the stone fractures, this rock slide is fairly new. The cave ceiling must have collapsed only a short time ago. Cave ceiling. Това го видяхме. Тук имаме Lore Natures. Това да не се окаже, че всъщност сам, където не съм отишъл, реално не е пътя. Добре, пак сейваме, за да направим Lore Nature, защото знаем, че сме слаби на Nature в момента. Пазва, че стана 2000 experience получавам от тия чекове. No well beast would have ripped apart the bodies of these soldiers with such savagery. It was surely the work of demons. Сапа демони. Първо беше магиосник. Сапа изведнъж станаха някакви демони, брат. Аз тук долу мога да сляза отсам? Не мога. Добре, какво? Сега ако дойдем тук. Тук местото е някакво много гадно, между другото. Още един Lore Nature. И тук има някакви... Cave Ceiling ни каза тук, че е паднал. Тук е последния Nature Check, който можем да направим. Я да видим. Естествено, че фейлнаме. Добре, аз сега да не правя 200 000 опита, може би ще направим да се бъфнаме. Един така с... Това ни трябва. Да се сложим две на skill checks и тук имаме guidance. Един guidance. Това ще ни даде плюс 3. Nature check. Сейваме. И да проверим отново този nature check. Пак не става. Прей. То ще даде някакъв много тегъв, бе. Ние предишния където ми тъкат дават всъщност по 2000 experience, той ще е някакъв наистина тегъв. Явно предния път просто сме ролнали много... Извинете. Някакъв много висок рол. An expert fire magic clearly took part in this battle. Expert fire magic clearly took part in this battle. Е, добре, бе. Reggie identifies Gore плюс 2. Без да искам сега. Така нещо, което не трябваше. Добре, и сега какво? Аз тук бях навсякъде. Какво се случва сега? Я да видим. The fate of the missing soldiers has been ascertained. It is now time to deliver these ill tidings to Captain Selkind. Е, добре, бе, ние разбрахме какво ги убил, да, ма разбрахме точно за какво става дума. Някакви мейджове, демони. Убийство е. То местото е някакво супер прецакано тук такова. Аз тук от тази страна бях ли напълно? Само вие. Внимателно оглеждам навсякъде за всеки случай. Това даже извън картата се води някакво такова. Ми добре. Изглежда, че това беше всичко от тук. Аз така се бъфнах, сега ще се биеме с някакви изроди. А те ни нападнаха някакви леки смилодончета и направо ми щупихме главите. Добре. В такъв случай всичко, което мога да направим ние е да се телепортнем в града. Не виждам друго място, където да отидем, защото бяхме абсолютно навсякъде. Така че Дрезен. Сега в Дрезен влизаме и имаме to the streets missing scouts. Айде отиваме да говорим първо с командира. Сега няма да е лошо принцип да направим арест. Лошото е, че не знам къде ще ни запукат квестовете, което означава, че не знам каква храна да приготвим като бъвче. Защото ако ще пътуваме на някъде, знам какво ще стане. Ако ще се бием тук, също имам идея какво да бъде. А сега не знаем какво следва в общи линии. Как сме следвалите ние? 45. Още кажи речи и 10 000 експириенс не трябва. Много е. Този беше тук, да. Ама долу салчи. Тук някъде трябва да го намерим. Вижте колко е яко такова нощно време. Как леко така вали сняг. Селкайнт е нещо човек. I found the missing scouts. They are dead. 7000 парички ми дава. Той Селкайнт lowers his head and says nothing. After a while he nods soon. Well, we're at war. Thank you for discovering their fate. What exactly happened to them? Your soldiers were ambushed by demons and a powerful fire spell caster. Curses. I instructed my men on how to act in case of an unexpected attack. The trap must have been prepared by a tactical genius. Captain nods politely. See, duty calls. Duty calls. Добре. Ние сме готови. Тук няма какво... имаме да продадем някакви неща. Чакайте сега. Да отиваме до Уилсър. Тук с него ще направим някакъв трейдинг. Тия неща, примерно, няма да трябват всичките. Така, плюс едно. И тия неща, които имат имена, мисля да си ги запазим за сега, защото не се знае. То номерийския меч много на кефи. Направо ми се иска да се преквалифицираме. Така, тук какво имаме? Златни работи, пръстенчета, колкото искаш. Ring of Natural Armor. Тия неща не ни трябва, те са слаби. Та каска не знаем за какво. Сега ще видим всъщност... ето мога да посетиме господин, моят приятел Storyteller. За да видим Helm of Psionic Protection. Това мога ли да го нося като артефакт? Нещо не е наред с него. Не ми се струва като нещо, което може да се ползва. Кола. Така. Herbs, ногти, някакви Petrified Tech изчезва. Сме имали разни лули. Бала. Animal Hide. В още. Това нещо. Чак сега. Oldest to newest. Тук. Че не знам какво е за продаване. Heart of the Device. някакви предмети тук. Тия неща пари ли струват? Това струва 37 500. Вау. Добре, ще го има в предвид. Няма да го продавам за сега, защото не знам дали няма да ни трябва за нещо. 22 бона, вече имаме 300 000. Звучи много приятно, че има 300 бона. Добре, а знаете ли какво се сетих аз между другото? Деломир, тия неща. Може да ги дадем на нея. Тя има ето King Composite Longbow. Деломирския мисля, че е по-добър. Така. Ще сложим и бронят. О, да. Определено. Айде. Екипирахме я тежко. Друго какво? Друго някакво. King Composite Longbow. Това не ни трябва. Тая броня. Damage Reduction. Тука. Съм сложил някаква по-яка броня, често казано. Обаче пък аз не съм сигурен дали той е добра идея да е с Chainmail. Или да си му сложим право Studded Armor. Въпреки че той може да носи Chainmail. Значи. А Armor Check Penalty с малко Dexterity. Това няма да ни даде по-голям бонус, всъщност, защото ние имаме само 4 Dexterity. Добре, добре. Така ще го оставим за сега. С медиумката. Някакви ръкавици, нещо нямам. Може да му дам бресър. Ама не, той е с броня бресърите, не му вършат работа. Добре. Така и оставям нещата за сега. Директно към кипа. Отиваме сега да видим какво ни чака тук. О, Storyteller, Storyteller, забравя. Ще как забравям постоянно. Тук толкова много неща има в този град, че аз си мисля едно, забравям 3 други. Please examine the items. Nope. Окей. Значи нямаше нужда. Нищо. А този шлем за какво е тогава? Какво го правим този шлем? Ще ето този шлем. According to the legend, this helmet belonged to a mighty warrior who was doomed to endlessly slay hordes of demons. It doesn't seem to have any magic, but it looks formidable. Виждате ли, Helmet of the Abyss Killer. Какво се прави с този шлем? Може би за сега нищо не се прави. Може би трябва да го енчантнем просто. Аз не си спомням, пак се замислям в Blackwater дали нямаше още някакъв компютър, който спуснахме да можем да правим нещо там. Ще видим по-натам. Nivea looks surprised. Commander, what's your scribble spell done this time? What are you talking about? You don't know either, huh? Weird. Who gave the order then? Orichel's locked up in Dresden's dungeon. I tried to find out who gave the order to jail her and who carried it out, but I came up empty-handed. What's the story here then? If you ask me, it's one of two things. Either it was you who secretly ordered her arrest, or it was Orichel herself and she just felt like locking herself up in a cell. Which one seems more likely to you? Have you noticed anything odd about her recently? I suppose I have. She's been even more secretive than usual. Before, my people would spot her every now and then as she observed the ordinary folk going about their business. But lately she's been spending most of her time holed up somewhere in the outskirts of the city, away from people. Oh, and one more thing. Believe it or not, but one of my spies swears he heard her crying out there on her own. I'll definitely talk to her. All we know is that we know nothing at all. Talking to her might be a good idea. I'm rooting for her redemption just like you, but who can tell what's going on inside the head of a demon who's trying to turn good? Ще разбереме скоро. Scylla seems to be in good mood. She smiles at you and then scratches the back of her head as if suddenly realizing something. I probably shouldn't have come to you officially like to an audience, but this is the only way to catch you these days. I wanted to ask, would you like to go shopping with me? Интересно предложение. It's probably not right to distract the Knight Commander with such trifles, but I thought I should drag you out for a walk. We haven't enjoyed a moment's peace since we met. We've either been saving Canabris or marching on Dresden. Besides, I desperately need advice. I'm going to buy a present, and I know nothing about fancy jewelry. Who are you buying the present for? For Elam and his bride. After that story at the camp, when Curl stole the ring from us and summoned the demons, Ellen and I both overreacted and said some things we shouldn't have. He apologized to me, but I haven't really apologized to him. I want to buy a ring to replace the one that was stolen. And there's a new jewelry shop in Dresden. It's owned by Sunhammer, the same jeweler who made the first ring. Great idea. I'd love to stretch my legs for a bit. Great, well, then I'll meet you at the jewelry shop. It's in the east of the city. Super. Captain Harmattan. Commander, permission to report. Captain Harmattan salutes you. We're short of soldiers. Any elation from taking Dresden is long gone. We now face the harsh reality of a drawn-out war. What was sufficient for an expeditionary force won't cut it for a proper army that needs to hold the territories around Dresden and still advance forward. Now that we've dealt with the weary and replenished our officer corps, we need more troops. I suggest we write a letter to Mendef and ask Her Majesty for a new draft. It will take some time, a long time to be perfectly honest, but it's the most reliable option we have. Mendef is already giving everything it can spare to this war. I say we ask our priests to be more active with their preaching in other lands. Let them inspire more people to volunteer. A regular draft may not be enough. We have one permanently in effect as it is. We should suggest that the crown recruit all who lost everything in the attack on Canabris and other cities. Instead of meager state-issued meals for these orphans and homeless refugees, they'll get army rations, a pair of bullets and a spear. It's not the best solution for them, and they won't be the best soldiers for us. Still, we'll have plenty of material to sift through and forge into solid combatants. Yeah, you won't get far on sheer enthusiasm. Fortunately, we have good coin to dress it up. Everyone who's ready to fight for lofty ideals is already here. It's time to call on those who would fight for gold. Mercenaries. And what about the troublemakers from the Wary? Do they criticize us still? Negative. Ever since you took those measures, we haven't heard a word from them. After your changes within the officers' ranks, the command staff is showing nothing but loyalty. Let's discuss our options in further detail. As you command. Seal, what's your plan? I traversed half the world to join the Crusades, and I'm sure that there are still plenty of souls all over Golarion who will join our ranks. We just need to get through to them. Let's send priests to preach in other states, and not just any priests, but those who've been on the front lines. They'll tell everyone of the horrors they've seen here and how important it is to fight back against the abyss. People will volunteer once they see that this is a battle not for Mendef or Sarkoris, but for all of Golarion. Do you truly believe that people learning about what's happening in the world will come running to volunteer? You think too highly of them. Upon hearing this preaching, most people will run in the other direction as far and fast as they can. Reggie, what do you suggest? Чакайте да пием малко водичка, че понякога се трябва. Така. At present, Canabris and other cities that withstood assaults are teeming with orphans. The homeless and refugees, survivors who lost all they had. They live off the crown in tents, sustained by handouts. Get them to the front lines. They're not the most optimal manpower pool, as it is unlikely they would have volunteered. but they have nothing to lose, and will gain an influx of recruits as well as saving Mende from having to waste funds on citizens who provide them with no benefit. You take advantage of those people's plight in order to bolster our ranks? The poor folks you speak of have suffered tragedy. They should be recovering and restoring their faith in life, not thrown into a demon's maw. Darren, your opinion, please. My advice is simple. Don't be stingy. We are practically asking people to jump into a demon's gullet. Sure, there are cooks who would do just that for some high ideals, and there are those who can be coerced by force. Nevertheless, mortals have yet to invent a better incentive than a shiny coin. If we offer the volunteers sufficiently high pay, they'll sign up in droves. We can't rely on the loyalty of mercenaries. They are eager to come and fill their pockets, but they are just as eager to abandon us once they are faced with real danger. I've seen it happen time and again. We need true soldiers, those who can't imagine life outside the army. Obey without a second thought and, if necessary, die without regret. Captain Hartman, what would you advise? For situations like this, we have direct instructions from the Queen. Make her reign last forevermore. We should write to Nerosian and ask Her Majesty to announce a new draft in order to send reinforcements. Of course, the plan will require time, but there is no question that it will deliver results. There's no telling how many more recruits the Queen can scrape together through a regular draft. Mendel has already given us the best and most enthusiastic. It's time for the rest to do their part. Thank you. Ялина са какво ни дават? Unlocks the Preacher's Decree. Recruitment growth for trainable units increases by 7% for 20 days. 7%. А то е repeatable, така ли? Repeatable decree. That's nice. Unlocks refugee recruitment decree. Recruitment growth for trainable units increases by 20% for 14 days. Crusade morale reduces. Обаче. 20% recruitment. Това е много. Generous recruiters. Number of available mercenary units increases by 1. 5000. Един mercenary unit. Знаете ли, че това не е никакво лошо, by the way? Captain Hartman. Repeatable decree 30 дена. Recruitment growth for trainable units increases 10%. Royal conscription. Дена, 30 дена. Repeatable. Тук 20 дена repeatable, 20 дена стои. Тоест мога да го правим постоянно това нещо. С leadership. Всичко ли иска leadership всъщност? Май да. Да, това иска и пари обаче. Leadership. Royal Conscription. Royal Conscription 14 дена и после 16 дена няма да мога да си го увеличаваме. Добре, значи мисля, че сила Preachers е най-добрият декрий, който мога да правим. Сила send the Preachers to inspire others to volunteer. I'm glad you understand. The Preachers will set off today. Thank you, Commander. I'll report the measures we implement and their results in due time. I'll call for the Council to be reconvened if we encounter any further difficulties. Добре. Всичко изглежда окей. Така, тук няма за какво си говориме. Анивия е файн. Така. Яваме какво още мога да правим тук. И сега имаме два Companion Quest в града, които трябва да направим. Да видим как са нещата с другите decrees, които имаме. Campaign. Нямаме ход. Добре, тук всичко е точно. 7-7-2 дена. И реално няма какво да стане. Добре. Дипломацията скоро ще се дигне. Логистиката ни е малко обаче. Ще имаме толкова малко логистика, бе. Аз строя сгради като лут. Вече няма материали даже. Дори не успях да дигна материалите на 100 на ден. Имахме толкова много. То всъщност сега апгрейдваме втори град, затова така се получава. Загубихме 500 материала само за това проучване. В тия материали продължават да са проблем обаче. Финансите вече са окей. Тези мистичните ресурси за момента не ни пречи с нищо, имаме достатъчно. Обаче материалите се изчерпват за секунди. Чакайте сега да приберем всички артефакти, които няма да ползваме в ковчежницата. Така, в този лък. Това лък ще го продам всъщност. Ето това нещо прибираме. Така. Blasting Bracers. А кой може да ги екипира тия неща? Те са някакви много интересни. Bracers са равномерен технологии. Ще запазя едни. Всъщност как? Колко тежат тия неща? 6 кила. Ще ги задържим така, имаме достатъчно страни. Прибираме брони. Precise Strike. Добре. Helm Psionic Protection. Обаче аз не мога да го... момент. Аз не съм дигнал лево. Да, значи това няма да трябва се още. Така че може да пробваме да го сложим на динозавъра. Трицератопсчето. Така. Streets или Prison? Значи Streets трябва да отидем при Half Measure. Айде първо ще отидем в Prison. Ще имаме Fast Travel направо там. Така, правим сейф. Трябва да говорим с Оришел. Оришел. Нещо Нура. Мога да я пусна. Не, остана за това. Това е тъп. Това е Оришел. Orishel stands in the middle of the room, immersed in painful contemplation. Seeing you approach, she recoils in fright. No, don't come any closer, please don't. Don't worry, I'm not going to hurt you. Nah, why are you here? This is where I belong. You shouldn't be alone with me. Please leave, I'm begging you. It's dangerous. I'm dangerous. The succubus raises her ruby eyes to you, and you notice streaks of tears on her face. When I joined your party, I thought to myself, this is it. I'm a crusader now. I might actually be able to rid myself of demon nature. But it's so hard. The abyss lives within me. I let my guard down for a moment, and there it was, waiting to remind me of what I truly am. I didn't hurt anyone, but I just can't talk about it. It's too shameful. Please just leave me here in this cell. Let these walls be my cloister, and don't talk to me unless absolutely necessary. I will still accompany you on your travels, but until I curb the demon inside me, I should keep my distance from you. What's going on with you? Please talk to me. I know it's not easy for you, but I can help you if you let me. You really do want to help me. You want to save a beast of the abyss who doesn't deserve to be near someone like you? The succubus sighs. Fine, I'll tell you why I'm here, and after I do, I'll understand if you don't ever want to see me again. You've been so kind to me. You've treated me like I already deserved your kindness. Like I wasn't a demon but a mortal, and Orishel's cheeks blush. I'm starting to feel that you're becoming very important to me. I want to be near you, talk to you, touch you. Is that such a bad thing? It's bad. It's very, very bad. I'm a demon, remember? I taint everything I touch. The most terrible weapon of any succubus is her curse, which leeches life from the one who trusted her. I still possess this weapon, whether I like it or not. I'm like a venomous snake, toad? I don't remember. Like an animal that can't help but sting, even when it doesn't want to. In my previous life, I had many lovers. Some were my tormentors who degraded and broke me to the point where I barely survived, and for others, I was their tormentor. I devoured, degraded, and drained their souls dry. Every single day I struggle to suppress this desire. This holy hungers inside me. But when you're near, with a sob she wipes away her tears. Forgive me, please. Please forgive me. I don't want that. But every time I see you, my desires overwhelm me. Frightening demonic desires. I can't scrub them. As I look at you, I can't stop imagining us, you and I, together. Orishel hides her blushing face in her hands. Can't you control your own abilities? Can't you kiss someone without leeching their life force? Not even if you try really hard? I can't control myself. Sometimes one look at an attractive mortal is enough to send me mad with the desire to pounce on them and suck them dry. It takes all my strength just to turn away and leave. What would happen if The demon runs her finger over her lips and finishes in a barely audible voice. I haven't done it in so long. I don't have the strength to fight it. Huh. Добре. You know, I'm not without sin either. Really? I can't picture it. Or she appears stingingly into your eyes. Would you care to tell me, to share with me? I've killed. Regret over life taking. Such a feeling is completely alien to demons. In their minds, everyone they meet can be defined by only two qualities, usefulness and danger. They exploit those who are useful, and they flee from those who are dangerous. I could never have started on the path of good had Desna not shown me how many of my victims did not deserve such treatment. Thank you for sharing with me. It turns out that even you are not entirely free from evil. A wise priest once said, if a sinner at least realizes that he has sinned, this means he still retains a chance for redemption. Mortals often do bad things, even without demons tempting them to do so, but many mortals also realize when they are doing something bad, they can repent and they can try to make things right. That's the main thing I'm trying to learn from you mortals. You don't have to hide away from me in this cell. Please come out of there. But these desires, they are tearing me apart. What hope do I have of controlling them with you so near? Така. Не. Desires are not deeds. We don't send people to prison for their thoughts. You've told me yourself, not all your desires are horrible. Talking, sharing thoughts and feelings. Would that be so bad? You want to learn to live like a mortal. Then instead of hiding, you need to learn how to live among the people you care about. Значи и 3 и 4 ми харесват. Какво да бъде обаче? You've told me yourself, not all your desires are horrible. Talking, sharing thoughts and feelings. You want to live like a mortal. Айде 3 ще кажем. Would it? Rochelle ponders that for a while and then nods to herself. You're right. Some of these desires are so light, so joyful, so mortal. But right after these innocent dreams, the others came, cruel, violent, demonic ones, and I don't know how to separate them. You want to learn to live like a mortal, then instead of hiding, you need to learn how to live among people you care about. But what if I slip up? Till I learn how to be a monster, how not to be a monster, anyone close to me is in danger. Desires are not deeds. We don't send people to prison for their thoughts. You wouldn't say that if you knew what I was thinking. You have no inkling of what my desires are. If only you could see what I'm imagining right now. For thoughts like these, I deserve more than a prison cell. I deserve the gallows. There's no use in trying to hide from your nature. You must overcome it. Don't worry. I'll be with you. I'll help you. You aren't scared of me at all. You know what a lying monster I am, but you still trust me. Why? What is it you see in me that I fail to see in myself? She wrings her hands and falls silent for a long time. When she starts speaking again, her voice seems firmer, as if she had found some source of inner strength. Thank you for believing in me. It means I should believe in myself too. I won't hide in this cell anymore. If you say that I won't slip up, that means I won't. Orishel smiles at you timidly. I will watch you until I learn to look at the world the way mortals do, without evil and violence in my heart. I will learn to look at you the way you deserve. Така. Чудесно. И сега какво?
Godspeed.
Това е готово. Така. Till death do us part. Отиваме да говорим за пръстена, значи. При сила. Сила and the Ring. Lord of the Rings. И Ярл Болен. Така.
Let us press.
Да. Така. Магазинчето за Желая. Тук. Сила къде е? Братко мой. Девол е тук. Не, няма нещо. Добре, защо я няма сега?
We march ahead.
Дали не е вътре? Сега ще видим. Така че ще ме чака пред магазина, не в магазина. Тук е, екстра. Do my eyes deceive me? The victorious knight commander himself has paid a visit to my shop. Such an honor, such an honor. A dignified dwarf in a luxurious, beautifully adorned garment bows to you before turning to Silo. You're most welcome as well, Iomedes faithful. It is a pleasure to see how many brave crusaders within these walls. It is a pleasure to see so many brave crusaders within these walls. I am Derek Sunhammer, the jeweler. This shop is one of many that I own. Master Derek himself. I heard the only place one is likely to bump into you is at a royal reception. Not at all. My wares are expensive, not least because I have to buy costly metals and gems and also pay for the security of shops and workshops throughout Mendef and beyond its borders. My prices limit the circle of my clientele, but that doesn't mean I myself shun all those not in possession of a noble title. Master Derek gives you a warm smile. I must say again, I'm very glad to see you here. Why did you decide to open a shop on the front line of the war? There are two sides to me, if I can put it in that way. I am both a merchant and an artist. For the artist in me, the crusade is a limitless source of inspiration. In recent years, I have crafted very few delicate items, plant and flower patterns, you know. My current preference is for heavier, larger jewelry, dark metal, expressive gems in cool colors. Everything that reminds me of a steel armor, the calming weight of a shield in your hand, the clash of weapons. But the merchant in me sees something else in Dresden, a risky but potentially fruitful new market. If you succeed in your noble cause and defeat, or at least push back the demons, the city will thrive. And whoever is first to make a splash here will reap the rewards. Those are my motives, inspiration and greed in equal measure. Master Derek makes a helpless gesture. Seal wants to talk to you about something. You have my full attention. The dwarf strokes his beard. It's simple, Master. You might remember that a while ago Sir Alan of the Hound Hearts ordered the ring from you. A silvery ring with a blue-green gem. I would like to buy something similar, but I only have this much money. Scylla shows him her coin purse. If what Scylla is offering is not enough, I'll help. Come on, Justin. Scylla is embarrassed. I only invited you along for advice. I can handle the expenses myself. Oh, I would advise you not to reject the commander's help out of hand. With his participation, I can offer you something truly special that fits your description perfectly. A ring with blue-green gem, just as you described. This is one of my latest creations, and I'm very proud of it. Alas, your own funds, my dear, are only enough for my plainest ring, and the gem in it is not the right color. We need the very best. Scylla sends you a grateful look. Master Derek lowers his head respectfully and retrieves a box from the bag on his belt, opening it to reveal an exquisite ring with a glittering blue-green jewel. He lets the light play on the gem's facets, then places the box in Scylla's hand. This is a special item, and I'm glad to see it go to someone as worthy as yourself, for how could the commander's friend be anything but? May it bring good fortune to its owner. Now if you excuse me, I don't usually make sales in my own shops. I have golems for that. Besides, I prefer spending my time at my workbench, not behind the counter. But I was glad to serve you, Commander, and your valiant companion. All the best. Thank you, my friend. Джавката си сяда там, си крафти някакви, а той направо даже изчезна. Как голема продаваше неща. Well, that's that. Done. Seal stalls the ring box. Come with me to the barracks to give the ring to Alan, will you? After that we can go to the tavern and have a few drinks. Are you happy with what you bought? Well, yes, the truth is I just needed a reason to talk to him and show that I want us to patch things up. I'm not great at this friendship stuff, but I'm trying. Let's go. Dresden is... Hey, аз не чета. I don't care what anybody says, I like life in the crusade. So many different... When I go to pray to the sword of valor, this feeling of total calm comes over me. It's... много бързо изчезва, The fortress walls won't protect us against flying demons, of course, but still I can't help breathing a little. Даже аз не можа да го прочета така да разбера за какво става дума. Нищо, някакъв small talk, ама... много бързо изчезва. Аз даже седа и си гледам къде се разхождат, тъмън ще да кажа някакъв лав. И гледам, че тя говори някакви неща. Scylla, Knight Commander. Elon seems a little discomfited. Good to see you. Not this again. Well, to avoid a drawn-out conversation, I'll just get to the point. I got you a gift. It's, well, a ring to replace the one Curl stole. Oh, Scylla, thank you so very much. But you shouldn't have. I've already apologized to you for how I behaved back at the camp. And I'll say it again, I don't blame you for anything. We fought shoulder to shoulder here in Dresden. Can't we just let bygones be bygones? Sure we can, but take the present. Your wedding is right around the corner. Seal puts the ring in the knight's hand. Do you still distrust me and the power I've been granted, Alan? The knight endures your look and answers smoothly. Yes, Commander, I still have my doubts. I'm just a warrior. I have faith in the gods' will, but I'm used to relying on things I can understand. Things I know, an honest sword, a prayer passed down through the generations. Don't take it as a sign of disrespect. It would be more disrespectful to lie to your face. Абсолютно. Той, между другото, това, че не вярва силата, която притежавам толкова лесно, може би той е най-умният от всичките тук, защото аз смятам, че Тази сила не е от боговете, по-скоро от нещо, което Арил Ворли ще направила. Така че той неговия скептицизъм всъщност е много правилен, според мен. Did you know we found Jana after she ran off? She was taken prisoner by demons. So I heard, and I'm not surprised. She didn't just let us down, she let herself down too. By the way, when is the long-awaited wedding? Very soon. That's what I wanted to talk to you about. It would be a tremendous honor if you would come to my wedding. We're going to hold it not far from the walls of Dresden, to the east toward the river. Sewell's already been invited. Now I'm asking you. You showed so much kindness to me when you helped me look for that ill-fated ring. I simply must repay you somehow. Besides, Kiana would simply love to meet you, and I can't deny her anything. That is great. Say you'll go, Justin. We'll have so much fun. Aren't you worried about holding the wedding outside the city walls? We chose a place that is still within range of the holy power of the Sword of Valor. My fellow Hound Hunters will be there, and Kiana and her friends know how to handle themselves. Of course, the location is not entirely risk-free. Nowhere in the world is, but it's as protected as it can be. And the territory has been much calmer since your victory. I'll be there. Thank you, Commander, and you, Seal, for the gift. So long, my friend. Seal turns to you. Thank you for coming for a walk with me. It's nice to take a breather between fights sometimes. I hope we have a good time at the wedding. All these battles and divine powers we need to make sure we don't lose touch with ordinary life. Чакайте сега, нали щяхме да отиваме после in the кръчмата с нея, или не? Конко, къде си, бе? Така, трябва да излезем от тук. Къде беше изхода? Тук. Добре, а сега да посетим кръчмата да видим дали са там. Чух някакви бойща и викам, какво стана, бе, братко мой? Нищо много. Добре, сега ако отида към кръчмата, какво ще стане? Всъщност сега да говорим с Ори Шел, като е навънка. Да видим всичко наред ли е тук. Test Dragons, some Customs of the Abyss, всякакви неща. Till Dead Do Us Part. Visiting the Wedding. Трябва да посетиме сватбата. Добре. Добре. Само да говорим с нея. Аз трябваше да сейвна първо. I'm sorry that your dream turned into a nightmare. Don't be sorry for me. It's all a part of my journey, and it would be very naive to imagine my path to redemption as a sequence of pleasant dreams only. I've already described my countless evil deeds to you. Mortals suffer from nightmares born of their past, and I am glad that I had the chance to experience them as well. Orishio is back at her usual place. She's watching the people with a barely noticeable, gentle half smile again. That shadow from your dream, who was that? Please don't ask. I don't want to be reminded of it. I knew him in the past, and I was hoping that he would never reappear in my life. We both caused each other a lot of pain. Please don't make me relive it all again. Why did the shadow in your dream call you their venomous butterfly? Orishio doesn't look at you in the eye. I poisoned him. My lies, my capriciousness, my temptation. No, I can't. Let's talk about something else. I'm sorry, but I don't want to remember who I used to be and what I used to do to others. You don't want to lock yourself up in a cell anymore, do you? I want to, but I won't. The mortals of this city trust me. You trust me. You let me walk among your citizens and soldiers, watching and learning from them. This is an invaluable gift which I have no right to reject. Добре, готово. Така, след това, което искаме да направим, да отидем инди кръчмата. Да видим дали там ще се видим с сила или направо трябва да пътувам към сватбата. Да, може би трябва да отидем към сватбата. Ти отдет да се пават. The way word. Така. Всичко друго чака да стане. Има материали, които не сме намерили. Аз чува дали всъщност в играта има всички материали, които не трябва да построим абсолютно всички артефакти. Надявам се да ги има, защото аз си строя така всичко, да има. Без да ги мисля въобще какви ще станат. Не се. Тавен Кипър.
Godspeed.
Не, сила няма тук, май. Да, тук е само Грейбор. Окей. А иначе е време да тръгваме към сватбата в такъв случай. Let's go! Бавно, малко по малко се засилваме. Мисля, че няма друго какво да правим в града. Поне за сега всичко е точно. Така. Това парти, което сме си формирали за момента, ми харесва как се справят, така че ще си стоиме с него. Плюс това героите, които са в него, така като че ли най-много ме радват. Макар че Камелия не е никак лош герой, често казвам. Сега как трябва да стигнем до тук обаче? Я да видим. Може би отсам? Yep. You need the following companion. Shit. Вярно. Чакайте да се лоднем. Трябва да вземем сила с нас, човече. И аз сега какво ще имам два паладина? Искам да смена партията. Добре, ще разкараме нашия голям клерик. Вземе сила. И сега ще трябва да издигна един митик Лео. Даже май не е един. Какво съм издигнал тук? Last Stand, Focus, Mythical Beast. Your animal companion is just as mythic as you. Damage Reduction. Добре. Я да видим всякакъв и да си сложим. Dodge Mythic. Това ще ни даде едно АЦ. Mythic Channeling. Mythic Resolve. Shield Focus. Mythic. Определено. Да, така. Изследваме тук на време за сватбата. Само искам да видя армиите ми. Нямат ход. Та армия тук още чака. А ние сме вече готови за сватба. Само че това ще го видим в следващия епизод. Благодаря ви, че гледахте. Надявам се да ви е било забавно. Желая всичко най-хубаво и чао, чао.